out your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, welcome back, Vigilante Nation. The lights are blazing over Nashville Superspeedway, and the stage is set for round 14 of the VRL Premiere Series, and the first of 5 races in the VRL Chase for the Cup. This is Vigilante Racing Network coming to you live from virtual Lebanon, Tennessee. Tonight, this 1.33-mile concrete coliseum becomes the proving ground. Nashville doesn't hand out any favors. It demands discipline, punishes impatience, and it exposes anyone who can't manage tire fall off when the green flag run stretches deep into the night. And the stakes, they've never been higher for this season. The top 10 drivers now begin their march through the chase for the Cup, while the rest of the field launches into their own battle for the Contender Championship. It's a full tilt fight for pride, points, and hardware tonight. 5 races, 2 championships, 1 shot to rise. Settle in, Vigilante Nation. The Music City Night is ready to test every challenger who thinks they're built for the climb. My name is Alan Vaught, and I'm bringing you all the racing excitement and action here tonight. As always, a huge thank you out to my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, in the booth for managing tonight's race and keeping this entire operation running smoothly. As always, we invite you to join the conversation in the live chat tonight. We'll feature selected comments on the air, provided they are safe for work and reflect the level of sportsmanship we've come to expect from our community. And with that, folks, we're going to get you started with some session details. All right, tonight, it's 150 laps. That's 200 virtual miles here at the Nashville Superspeedway. The fuel capacity is limited to 65%, and these drivers only have 2 additional sets of tires in the pits. That's 3 total for what they started with on the track tonight, plus 2 additional changes. The fuel window is about 38 laps rather. Now that depends, how the driver manages their fuel run. They can save a little bit more, possibly, or even burn some. There is no fast repairs for this race. If you get into trouble, you're going to have to work and try and overcome that by manual repairs in the pits, and maybe you can get that car back to a competitive advantage. The instant limit is set to 25 and 6 tonight. Now let's talk the championship. Bear with me a little bit here. This is a reset. After the last race, that was the last race for the regular season, and then we launch into this championship. This is the chase for the Cup. Top 10 drivers. I've listed the top 5 here, and you can see their points totals. Starting with 2,100, goes back to 2,075, 10 points back to 3rd, and then 5-point increments back to 10th. Now, additionally, you're going to see in the field tonight, yellow banner on one driver's window. That windscreen indicates that that's the contender championship leader. The rest of the field is also racing for a championship, for the contender trophy. And right now, the number 51 of Dylan Bryant is leading that competition with 1,100 points. And it drops back the same way it does for the chase from there. Now we're going to go ahead and get you switched over and get ready to launch this race. We're starting to grid up now. Get you into the main. And let's take a look at that grid for tonight. All right, Jacob Alicia takes the top step. Right now, he has the pole in that number 31 machine. Next up, Sean McDonald, 2nd. Craig Goodenough, 3rd. Mike Adamson, 4th. Scott Roney, 5th. Chris Goins, 6th. In 7th place is Dylan Bryant, 8th. Dustin Eaton, and I just lost all of my overlays. You guys saw that, didn't you? And it popped back in there for you. Just doing a reset there. Just wanted to make sure we were paying attention. Dustin Eaton in 7th. Dylan Bryant, 8th. Andy Player, 9th. And Andrew Coffin, 10th. John McAdam, 11th. In 12th place, you have Mike Brooks. Albert Anderson, 13th. Stoney Benfield, 14th. Greg Klein, 15th. Kyle Vaught, 16th. Mike Evers, 17th. Jack Dixon, 18th. Tim Pope, 19th. 20th. Gordon Spain. Trevor Robertson, 21st. Scott Milner, 22nd. Greg Dobson, 23rd. John Gallagher, 24th. George Rincon, 25th. 26th, Deion Jones. 27th, Dustin Wade. 28th, Dave Mayberry. Jesse Redding, 29th. Russ Kilgore, 30th. 31st, Jonathan Osborne. Aaron Warren, 32nd. 33rd, Kevin Hunt. And 34th, John Shane Bachler. I'm going to jump up to the front here. So, folks, we should be going green right off the bat here.
Caution lap.
And here we go.
Green, green, green.
This first one's on the flag stand, folks. After that, going to be your race leader launching within the restart zone. We got a great looking field here tonight. Right up front, 31 is going to take the early advantage. That is Jacob Alicia is going to round out to the high side here. So far, pretty clean start. You see some re-wide action back here for about 4th. If you wanted Dylan Bryant, very fast in practice, had one of the fastest times. Like I mentioned before, this is your contender leader. He has a yellow on his rear spoiler and also on his windshield banner. And you'll notice in your scoring column there, Bryant is in a yellowish orange hue, running in 4th. That indicates, so you know where he's at. Now, I want to also mention all the drivers that you see highlighted in red on your scoring pylon. Those are your 10 chase drivers. Or after that big prize for the VRL Cup. Kind of one by one here for the top 3. Alicia, Goodenough, Roney. And this is the battle here for 4th between Dylan Bryant, McDonald, Adamson looking to get into the action a bit here in that 88 machine, and the 1 of Chris Goins. So you have 4 of your 10 chase drivers in the top 7 right now. Greg Goodenough's taking over the lead here. It looks like Scott Roney's trying to follow him through and get around the 31 machine. See how things settle out here for a bit. We're riding on board, taking a look inside the cab of Craig Goodenough's truck. He's rocking the plain white helmet and fire suit here tonight. Craig races out of Helper, Utah for us. Missed a lot of races this season. He's always super fast, but he had some difficulty in some of the races, so he's not running for any of the championships right now. He's running for trophies. He's trophy hunting here in the last 5 races of season 14. And right now he's showing the way with about a quarter-second advantage over Scott Roney there in second. We do have some onboard cameras for you tonight, courtesy of these drivers. 5, in fact. Scott Roney there in second. Greg Dobson in 085. Kyle Vaught in the 16. The 81 of Jonathan Osborne and the 92 of Greg Klein. If we can't get you a look here at Scott Roney, he also gives us his overhead shot, what he's looking at. And there you go right here. His virtual fire suit and helmet looked like the outside of that fireball machine, engulfed in flames. Got races with us out of Salt Lake City, Utah. A good run right here so far. Trying to hunt down the leader. So these first 2 drivers have broken away just a bit. Question is, are they using up their stuff early? This track is concrete, a little bit of asphalt down there in the apron, but the racing surface is concrete, so it's like an oversized Bristol, really. Right back here, you can see this battle here between Dylan Bryant, 51 on the outside, and Mike Adamson in the 88 on the outside. It looks like he's going to maintain the momentum there. Actually, I'm sorry, the 51 on the outside is going to maintain momentum, get around the 88. Ten laps into this 150-lap event. Let's go ahead and take you through the field. See where your favorite drivers running. We're going to start off here with that 88 machine. Mavis Tire of Mike Adamson out of Sanford, Florida, running in 5th. Chris Goins out of Charlotte, North Carolina, running right where he started in that Black Flag Engineering machine. Let's see if he can make his way to the front. And John McDonald out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, 7th. Dustin Eaton out of Temple, Texas, running that throwback singular wireless machine, making a pass here. It's like the 23 might have gotten the wall a bit. Dustin's in 7th. As I mentioned, dropping Sean McDonald back to 8th. Albert Anderson in the 99 Pokemon machine. Now, this is for his daughter, who had a special request for this machine. And she linked up with the right person. She got in touch with Lori. And that's how this came to be. I don't see her in the chat yet, but I expect to see her later on. We'll make sure we take a look once she hits the chat room. Good looking machine. Albert races out of Washington, D.C. and running 10th right now. Michael Brooks here in the Ride the Dente 74. He's running 11th. Actually 10th now. He moved up. 47, John McAdams in 11th with Deshore, Pennsylvania. Here's Kyle Vaught at number 16 out of High Point, North Carolina. He's running 12th, up 3 spots so far. Andy Player, the McConey setup machine. Oh, there's Maddie. Just joined at the perfect time. Just in case you didn't see it, we're going to jump back up here, Maddie, and take a look at your Pokemon machine. I don't know if you've actually seen it yet. Let's see if we can get this out of your way, and we'll get a little closer look. There we go. I think it was pretty good. Definitely representing Pokemon. All right, we'll continue back to the field. We were on Kyle Vaught there in 12th position. Just moved back to the McConey setup machine of Andy Player, being hotly pursued by Jack Dixon There, Larry Hudson, McLeod 48 machine. Checks up 3 spots, running 14th.
Hey, Trevor.
15th, Greg Klein. Out of Waso. I'll get it right eventually, folks. Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have onboard shot of him tonight as well, courtesy of Greg Klein. Looking super focused there. This is black tank top. I like the look on that 92 as well. Represents his travel company that he runs. Next up, the 38 of Gordon Spain, running 16th out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. And Andrew Cawthon here in this number 10 Phoenix machine, racing out of Bartow, Florida. Currently 17th. Tim Pope out of Roseboro, North Carolina. I'm surprised, actually, he's this far back. I got to take a look. I didn't bring up the penalties. He's not one of them, though. Tonight's penalties, the 29 of Mayberry, Shane Bacher in the 12, the 81 of Jonathan Osborne, and the 21 machine all had penalties. They started from the rear. 21 of Jesse Redding, rather. That's your update for who had penalties, and this was not one of them, so he must have had some issue on his qualifying. Now we're looking at Mike Everidge in the 82. Mike is fighting Dustin Wade here for this position. Mike's running 19th. Dustin Wade's running 20th out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And in 21st, Tony Benfield, faster passer out of Albemarle, North Carolina. 123, John Gallagher out of Roseville, California, is running 22nd. Aaron Warren's running 23rd. Jonathan Osborne running a different machine tonight. Usually has like the Daystar machine out of Woodbury, New Jersey, running 24th. He also has an onboard we'll take a look at later. McCrory, Arkansas's own Trevor Robertson here, running 25th. Greg Dobson, 26th. On board for him as well. We'll take a look later. George Rincon, 27th, out of Cumming, Georgia. Scott Miller at 19, out of Pittsboro, Indiana, 28th.
I'll let you go this time, Mayberry.
Dave Mayberry, running 29th.
Go low.
The 4 machine of Deanna Jones is in 30th.
Oh, man, you're taking
Russ Kilgore in that Seattle Seahawks. He races out of Yorkville, Illinois, running 31st.
Spot the corner.
Jesse Redding, 33rd. And in 34th. 33rd, rather. These guys are fighting. They're passing each other. So I got John Shanebacher now in 33rd. Out of Louisville, Kentucky. And then the Kevin Hunt machine running 34th. In that very patriot-looking Goodrich Chevrolet. Back up front, there's no change, folks, in the action. Craig Goodenough is still running first with Scott Roney second. Dylan Bryant fighting for third with Jacob Alicia and holding on to it for the moment. This is kind of where the battle is. These first two guys have really stretched it out. We'll take a look off the nose of your third place machine. You can see how far positions 1 and 2 are up there. Again, 22 laps into this. Their fuel run should be about 38 laps. They should be able to get 38 laps on under green, like I mentioned previously. Going to depend on how well they save. I don't think these front two guys are saving at all. And are they burning up their tires? And maybe we're going to see some comers and goers in a minute where this third place machine starts to catch them along with the rest of these hungry hounds right behind him. Mike Adamson, the 88, the 31 of Jacob Alicia, and Chris Gomes and the one are all fighting here for that 4th position. Right now, 88. Looks like he has a preferred line, but when you come up out of the corner, the outside machine does have an opportunity, as you saw there, to gain some momentum. He's not going to clear him right here out of this corner, not yet. 31's going to fight back on the outside. Really tight going into 3 and 4 here. Still not going to clear him. And we saw this in real life the other night in NASCAR. They went lap after lap, side by side in that event. This doesn't help either of these drivers catch. Oh, they touch. That might get the clearance that he needed, the 88 that is. He gets it. But he better run away from the 31 now. There he goes. See how this works out for him. We'll take a look back here from the one machine. Chris Gomes. It's like the 31's getting right up there on him. The 88 starting to inch away just a bit. Field is still super tight back through here through the mid-pack. Take a look at the track map. You can see everybody's pretty much on the same straight into the next turn. There's a gap there between, it's like 18th and 19th. All right, folks, I want to mention really quick, tonight's broadcast is proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or you need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via his email, as seen below, Trackside Graphics 2026 at gmail.com, and he'll get you fixed up and ready to race. Also, our associate sponsor, Shocker Graphics. If you are enjoying the sharp thumbnails on this channel, or admiring some of the custom vehicle paints tearing up the track tonight, you're seeing the work of Shocker Graphics by Ricky Wittenberg. If you need top-tier visuals and pro-style posters, artworks, or logos, get in touch with Ricky via his contact email there seen on the screen. We thank both of our sponsors here in the Vigilante Racing League. As we're watching this battle continue now, the 88 is on the outside of the 31, and we might be going three wide here. The one is pushing that 31 here. And they both get by the 88. 88's going to try to cross over. One's getting a little bit of yaw in the back of his truck, but he's okay. And looky here. It is Pokemon for Maddie coming through to try and take advantage of both of these drivers. He's up underneath the 88 right now. I don't know much about Pokemon. I think one of the characters, maybe this guy on the hood here is Pikachu. I couldn't tell you anything else about this, though. My kids could. That's a good looking truck, though. All right, just to let you know where people are running. Kind of run through the field again. This time we'll just look at them as their own track. No close-up shots this time. So right now, this is the 89 rather, Craig Goodenough. Looking just to go trophy hunting for the last 5 races of the series here. Of the season, rather. Doing a damn good job of it right now. Out to a 1 point, nearly a 1.5 second advantage over Scott Roney here in the 023. And that is not Scott Roney. He's just got to update. It's showing the wrong picture there. Interesting. There it goes. It updated. A little bit. Internet's a little bit slow tonight. Scott Roney out of Salt Lake City, Utah, being hotly pursued now, as we have seen third place start to come into play here. That's Dylan Bryant out of Stem, North Carolina. Does a great job, as always, saving his stuff. Like I mentioned, I thought maybe those first 2 trucks had gotten off to a hot start. Looks like it's coming back. Bite the 023 just a bit here. He's being challenged pretty hard here by Dylan Bryant. Goes to the inside, drives in there deep. He should be able to clear pretty easily here, looks like. Does a slide job, not really tight. 023 kind of seen the writing on the wall, most likely. New second place rider, Dylan Bryant, the 51. He's also your contender championship leader. But Scott Roney is leading all of the chase drivers at the moment, so he's in a really great position for his championship run as well. Jacob Alicia, Indianapolis, Indiana, there in the 31. Started on the pole tonight. Looking to take care of his truck and challenge for the victory at the end. Close behind him, Chris Gomes, the number 1. Mike Appleson running in 6th. Albert Anderson running in 7th. Okay, what's going on for Spain here? Let's take a look. We'll jump back here. We'll come back to that 7th. Look at this. We're going to stick with this. We're 2 by 2, 3 deep here. You're looking at the 7. You're looking at Gordon Spain on the outside and Tim Pope on the inside. That's the first 2 trucks. You got Jack Dixon and Michael Brooks. Brooks is on the outside in that 74. Then Kyle Vaught and Andrew Coffin here. This looks like we were doing a parade lap, getting ready to start the race. Oh no, the 10's going to go around off the nose of the 16. No caution yet. I don't think he had any damage there. He gets it back on the track, obviously losing a lot of positions from where he was running. They're at about 14th. We got John Gallagher on pit lane right now at lap 37. I told you should see pit stops around 38. Go back and see what happened. Andrew Coffin. All right, this is already kind of into the action here. Let's see. They're going down the backstretch here. It's like maybe Kyle came up a bit. Can't tell for sure, but here goes the 10. Going for a ride. Let's see if he hits anything. Oh, wow. That was pretty good considering for spins. He did like 1 loop, caught the truck, and got back on track. That's what you want to do as we start to see all these guys hit pit lane here. Right now, you got Roney, Alicia, Vaught, Dixon, McDonald, Benfield, Robertson, Osborne, all in pit lane. Gordon Spain. Your leader is still Craig Goodenough. Going down the backstretch right now. All right, we had a near caution. Not quite. Here comes the 89 going around 3 and 4. He's going to go in pit lane this time. We'll look behind him, see if anybody's following. Looks like Dylan Bryant's coming right behind him. There's Pokemon for Maddie. We'll see if Mr. Anderson takes tires here. We'll follow along here.
This time.
Got Ricky Wittenberg out there in the chat. Couldn't make it tonight for the race, and he said, "Hey, good save for the cough," and indeed it was. We also have the Anderson clan out there. We're looking at Mr. Anderson's truck right now. He has a huge following. His daughter Maddie's in the chat along with the rest of his relatives. I mean, huge contingency here pulling for the 99. Got a good-looking truck. See what he's able to do with it here at Nashville Superspeedway. George Rincon is now your leader. Chris Gomes and others are on pit lane. But this is your current leader. He's been known to run long. We're at lap 41. Let me take a look. See, he already hit pit lane. He has not. So, as I mentioned, if you really want to save fuel, you can do it. You kind of give up some track position, but you could get lucky with how the cautions fall. But how this plays out. And here he comes. Whoa, really sideways. Really hangs on to it. Gets down to pit road speed. Looks like he got a little bit of damage on that left rear there. Now George is going to make his way down onto pit lane for his service. Lap 41 coming to 42 for him. And here is your current leader. Your Dylan Bryant came in at lap 39. He's going to pass George while he's sitting on pit lane here. There he goes. He is now your leader. Jacob Alicia right behind him going in at lap 38. Very good enough is in third here. He went in at lap 39. Chris Goins winning at lap 40. So of your top runners, Chris Goins ran the longest. Well, Mike Adamson also, lap 40. Chris Goins is the farthest forward. But 2 lap fresher tires than these guys that he's chasing, including this truck right in front of him. Very good enough. If he goes for the move here into turn 1. Not yet. Being cautious right now, Chris is running in the 4th position. Always a great save out there for the 10. Yeah, man, that was an incredible save. We'll have to look at that again later on in the post race with these guys, because as spins go, that's what you want to do. One loop and grab a gear and carry on. I'm kind of surprised not to see Goins. Of course, he go ahead and pass these guys, but he's probably playing it smart, making sure he doesn't hurt his tires early. I'm looking right now through all the names. Looks like everyone's made their first set of pit stops here. 44 out of 150. This is going by pretty quick, folks. As you guys are keeping it clean and green. Here's your first place runner at the moment. Dylan Bryant. Contender, pace leader, looking to bring home the big trophy here tonight. Second place, Jacob Alicia. It's part of the chase for the cup. Very good enough. Helper Utah running 3rd, closely pursued there by the number 1 machine, Chris Goins. 5th, Scott Roney. Running right where he started the race.
Welcome, sir.
Mike Adamson, 6th position, right behind him in the 88.
Down to some tires, that's for sure.
Albert Anderson running in 7th. Let's take a look and see. Take a look at Albert's cockpit view. Yeah, I think, does he have no, he's got a Pennzoil fire suit and a helmet. I thought he was going to be running Pokemon, but no, he doesn't have the Pokemon on there. But that's next, Maddie. Lori's going to have to get him a Pokemon helmet and fire suit for you. That's doable. Don't let your dad fool you. Absolutely doable. I just want to get a quick look at his fire suit. Mr. Ant, he's going to be upset with me later after the race. Maybe not. If he's trying to affect the pass here in the 023. Maybe even get a 2 for go up here and pass the 88 machine as well. That pass was for 6th position. And he was on pit lane around 39, so he's looking really, really sporty fast here tonight. All right, John McAdams running in 8th position here in that Freightliner machine. He's looking to challenge the 023 as well, perhaps. 4 down to 3, definitely making the low line. Don't think he's going to get there this time. See Taylor Provak's out there pulling for the 16 machine. Hello, Taylor. Good evening. Looks like Lori's saying she's got Maddie. She's going to get Anderson into that Pokemon fire suit. I should maybe I shouldn't have done that to hours. All right, here's Michael Brooks in the 74 machine, looking to take it 3 wide. Here we go. Oh man, really didn't look like any contest there. Don't know if he has much fresher tires. Let's take a look. He went in on 39. These guys were pretty equal on tires. So that was maybe he caught this guy's nap and fighting each other. Those guys being Scott Roney here you're looking at, and John McAdam. Justin Eaton, Pebble, Texas is on. He's running 10th. Just behind him, you got Andy Player in the number 13 on Concord, New Hampshire. Running 11th. Tim Pope right there in 12th. Trying to catch and pass him. Jack Dixon, 13th position. Here's a knot of cars. Oh, 3 wide here. Gordon Spain, John Gallagher, Danny Bachler. And the number 2, Russ Kilgore, he's going underneath Gordon Spain as well. They got Spain out of position. And those 3 trucks, that's what happens here, folks. If they nudge you up off the bottom or get you out of your groove in your line, they're lined up behind you. It becomes a fire sale at that point. Continues through the field here. So here's Gordon. He's running the 17th now. Behind him, Tony Benfield running 18th. There's 82 of Mike Average out of Melbourne, Kentucky. 19th. Followed by Trevor Robertson there in 20th. And George Rincon, 21st. And Andrew Cawthon. He's running 22nd in that 10 truck. Aaron Warner out of Jasper, Alabama. He's running 23rd. Oh, he just hit the wall behind him. I don't think that was Kyle Vaught. I think that was the black truck. I want to say that was Mayberry. But here's Kyle Vaught in at number 16. He's running 24th here at the moment. 54 laps into it. Here's the 92, Greg Klein. Down 9 positions so far. Surprised to see it that way. Yeah, followed by Jonathan Osborne. Told you we had an onboard for Jonathan tonight. He's just talking to his competitors. They're saying, man, we're battling so hard for 20, 25th, 26th, 24th positions here. And you can see they are. And you're looking at his real world camera. He's trying to navigate his way around Nashville Superspeedway. He gets on back around. He gets around Kyle Vaught there. Kyle's slipping a bit now, back to 26th. Here's Mayberry. I think I said Mayberry hit the wall. It might have been the one that's kind of swiped the wall there, but I don't think that was him. I think that was Osborne in the background. Here's Dave running in 27th in that 29 truck. This place, the lighting at Nashville, it's not, if you think it's a bit dark, you're not wrong. You even saw it from the in-car a minute ago, but, you know, don't know if it's that way in real life, and it's what iRacing is mimicking, but parts of the track are super dark. Right now with the 085, Greg Dobson. Greg has us an onboard camera as well. He races out of Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Right now, one of 3 of our normally 4 brothers from the north there. The frozen tundra of Canada. I don't know if it's frozen, folks. I know it gets pretty cold. We'd have to ask Greg. But doing a really good job here right now. He's down 4 spots, but he plays a lot of strategy. So we'll see what happens. Running 28th at the moment. Right behind him, we got Jesse Redding in that 21 machine. Up 2 spots where he began. I think, did he begin with a penalty? I mentioned the penalties earlier. He did, in fact. So it's hard to overcome. This place is hard, notoriously hard to pass at. And that's what we're seeing. A little further back, Kevin Hunt up 4 spots right now, running 30th place. Very patriotic, good wrench service machine. I do like those colors. It looks nice. Right behind him, Scott Milner in the 19 Interstate Batteries. I'm thinking that's probably a nod to Kyle Busch. Scott races with us out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. Slipping a little bit right now. Started 21st, he's in 31st. All the fenders are on it though, so he's got a chance. And he might be playing a strategy. You see these guys getting really racy in front of him here. Look at this. Super tight. Rest of the field, you got Deion Jones back there, Sean McDonald, and Dustin Wade may be out of the race. Don't know what happened with Dustin. 16, 21, 22, and 434 all right here. But they might have it worked out. They were certainly mixing it up there for a moment. Riding on board right now with Kevin Hunt. I got a powder blue fire suit going on there. I like it. With a feathery looking helmet. Kevin races with us out of Danville, Virginia. Been super focused at the moment. You'll see here as you can see him really well. Watch as he transitions around the track though. It gets dark. Almost where you can't even see. I just don't know that it really does that in reality. It may. Looking out the front now, from his cockpit view. As he tries to chase down Jesse Redding. He's doing a pretty good job of it here. Looks like he's going to get alongside. For the pass here for 26th. Actually, 27th, rather. Front we have a new leader, Michael Brooks. So I'm going to tell you this: a few of these drivers had to pay a tire tax, and what I mean by that is they only had 2 sets of tires out there, right, over the wall, which means they have to make at least 4 pit stops for fuel tonight, which means they're 1 set of tires short. So they have to decide which pit stop am I not going to take tires on. And as I look through everyone on my overlay data here, the only one I see who decided to take tires, or not the only one, I do see this, John Gallagher took tires, Mike Everidge, George Rincon looks like he took tires, and you go all the way back to Kevin Hunt, he took tires. So, but your leader here, Michael Brooks, took tires, and you can see the difference that's making. He has taken the lead up 10 positions from where he began the night. And that ride, the Dente number 74 machine, doing a great job playing the strategy. We'll see if it works out for him, as he's going to put the number 4 machine, Deion Jones, a lap down. Take a look on the chat here. Got Taylor Provax out there. We got the Anderson clan, Edith Anderson. Albert Anderson Sr.'s out there. Hello, sir. And Kathy. Great to see everybody. See Maddie out there going back and forth with Lori about these paint schemes. Yep. I think Mr. America's driver, Albert Anderson, might have more paint coming his way, courtesy of his daughter, Maddie. Kind of jump around the track here and see what we got for exciting racing. Find you the closest action. Looks like it might be back here. Yep, between 085 and 21. 21 just taking over that position, actually. A little bit of Anderson making a pass here on the 28, or trying to hold off the 28. We'll figure it out here in a moment. You guys are pretty much evenly dispersed. Both? Nope. Albert did not take tires, so that's why he's falling back a bit. The 28 did take tires. We had a few, I think about 4 trucks who took new tires, fresh rubber, that go around. We're at lap 70 right now. They were on pit lane anywhere between 36 and it looks like 40, 41. They could run about 38 laps or so. So should see pit stops here around the next 7 laps. Pretty tight racing here. Get down to 1 and 2. Tell you what, this 1.33 mile track is a tri-oval. Banking in all the turns is 14 degrees. I mentioned previously that it's a concrete surface, which means it's super abrasive. We don't have the luxury. Oh, look at this 47 and 88. We're going to go 3 wide here. We don't have the luxury of that PJ solution as they touch. 28 really wanting to get by, take advantage of these tires. He's going to pass all 3 of these trucks. But as I was saying, we don't have the luxury of that PJ compound that real world NASCAR took through the track. So those outside lines can get quite a bit sketchy the older your tires are. The identity of this place, it's a rhythm racetrack where braking, precision, and tire conservation, as I mentioned previously, is going to dictate your night. You know, exit, drive off. So the turns 2 and turns 4 are critical. You need to get great drive off of these turns because you're going to carry that speed down the next straightaway. You get a poor exit, it's really going to crush your lap time. We're starting to see drivers hit pit lane now. Good enough's on pit lane. Mike Adamson, Milner. There's like 085's calling out that he's hitting pit lane too. Looking for TM Kitchen and Grill out here. They're normally pulling for Albert Anderson, but I don't see him yet tonight. If you're out there listening, oh, there he is. He said hello to Maddie. Thanks for showing again. Another, like I said, huge legion of fans here for America's Driver, the 99 machine of Albert Anderson. Now that machine's running in 11th. You can see him hitting pit lane here in a few minutes. Tim Pope looking to maybe get around him here. Him doesn't have. They're both on the same set of tires. Doesn't have any advantage here other than drafting on him. Dave Mayberry calling out he's hitting pit lane.
123 pitting this time.
31 coming in.
38 pit.
23.
Jake Felicia is on pit lane.
10 coming.
This is still your leader right here, folks. The 74 machine.
4 in.
He was last on pit lane at lap 39. Should be coming in any time now. The next few laps.
Hey, 12 is pitting, 12 is... Thirteenth space.
A great job here tonight, up 10 spots. I don't know where Brooks races out of. He hasn't updated his driver information there. Maybe Lori knows. She hit me up in the chat. She keeps a close tab on where all these guys are from. Tim Pope's on pit lane. Andy Player, Shane Bachler, Klein, Scott Roney, and Hunt. Hey folks, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out these drivers. Helps us out as well. And we are live here every Wednesday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern here in the U.S. But if you like sports car racing, we do have endurance racers. And so we go out and turn left and right for anywhere from 6-hour races up to 24-hour races. If you want to catch those, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the racing action here at VRN. Jones is running second here. He has not made his next pit stop. He can run just a bit longer than Mike Brooks. Dylan Bryant right there behind him in third. And here's Mike Everidge. Mike Everidge up 14 spots right now into fourth. He did take tires, so he hasn't paid his tire tax yet. So we're going to see how this works out for him. Coming up on lap 80. Going in this time. Gonna follow Dylan Bryant down there.
This time, 21.
Albert Anderson's on pit lane. Your leader's on pit lane, as I mentioned. Michael Brooks in that Ride the Dente machine. Good looking paint job.
4 car going in. 4 car.
If Anderson takes, yep, Anderson's taking tires. He didn't take tires last time, so he's going to be on freshies the rest of the way there, Anderson clan. Everybody better look out. Chris Gomes, your current leader, has not been on pit lane yet. Osvaldo's out there in the chat saying, let's go 16 full for Kyle Vaught.
You get the bottom.
Good evening, Osvaldo. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, get a little bit loose going in there. It's going to hand the lead over to George Rincon. And that Goodwise, number 28. George ran long last time, if you recall. Went to lap 41 before he hit pit lane. So he should be able to go. He probably got to come in this time or the next. We'll see if he's able to save even more on this run. Nope. Going to get in this time. Still carrying that damage on that left rear. Looks like Aaron Warren was going to inherit the lead, but he's going to hit pit lane now as well. Jacob Alicia, first truck who's already hit pit lane. Coming out of 3 and 4. Looks like he just lapped Kyle Vaught to 16. And Jonathan Osborne to 81 right behind Kyle. This is your leader, Jacob Alicia. By nearly 4 seconds over Brooks. And see, Alicia did take tires. Michael Brooks did not take tires. Let's just run through your running order here. I think most people have already made their pit stop. As I look down the leaderboard here. Jacob is out to great advantage here on nearly 4.5 seconds. Michael Brooks in second. Paying his tire tax on this run, so he doesn't have fresh rubber on that truck. However, Craig Goodenough does, running in third. We have to make up this deficit to Jacob Alicia here. Mike Adamson, fourth position, also on fresh rubber. Dylan Bryant's running fifth. He's on new tires. And we have John Shanebacher here in the number 12 out of Louisville, Kentucky. He is not on new tires. Russ Kilgore running 8th. He's on old tires. 7 machine Tim Pope is on fresh tires here, running in 9th. Don McAdam in 10th. Fresh tires. Mike Everidge 11th. He's on fresh tires. Andy Blair 12th on fresh tires. Then we get to John Gallagher in the 123. He is on old tires here, but not going to be able to hold off Albert Anderson on fresh tires here, getting by him for that position. And Stoney Benfield also on fresh tires, so it's going to drop John back to the 15th position. Both those trucks get by. Then we go to Jack Dixon in 16th. He's on fresh tires. As well as the 38 of Gordon Spain. He's on fresh tires. Andrew Cawthon, new rubber. As well as Dustin Eaton there in 19th. Back in 20th. You got Trevor Robertson being pursued there by Scott Roney. They're both on fresh rubber in 20th and 21st. As you got the 22 of George Rincon. He's on fresh rubber there in that position. Greg Klein, fresh tires in 23rd. They may be on fresh tires in 24th. Greg Dobson, fresh tires. Let me see if anybody else is not back here. Looks like all these guys except for Kevin Hunt back in 30th and Sean McDonald. The rest of these guys are all fresh tires. So Milner, Osborne, Kyle Vaught, Jesse Redding, all these guys are on fresh rubber. You got Kevin Hunt here paying his tire tax this round. Aaron Warren's in 31st. You got Sean McDonald here in the 32nd position. He's on old tires. Back up front here. You got Jacob Alicia leading the race, leading the chase. His advantage over second place, Dylan Bryant, is nearly, well, it's right at 6 1/4 seconds. Jones is pretty close as well to Dylan. I'm going to be a closer battle. Here's Dylan Bryant right here. Chris Goins trying to pursue him. Very good enough's in that fight as well. All these guys are on fresh rubber. Everybody at the front of the field all the way down to Michael Brooks here in 7th. So that's your first old rubber. So overall, right now, Brooks has net gained by taking his tires in that last run. Take a look off the nose here. Chris Goins and see. He sees his target right there in front of him, Dylan Bryant, and his ultimate target off in the distance there, Jacob Alicia, passing by the flag stand now. All right, folks, 92 laps are in the books. These guys went in 76. Alicia went in at 76. Bryant there in second has 3-lap fresher tires. And there's 5-lap fresher tires on that number 1 machine right there. So we're just going to do some look here. I said about 38. Just kind of split the difference on these guys. And we're looking at pit stops about 118 or so. The way things currently are. With that, folks, we're going to go crank it up. If you want to hear what it sounds like in these virtual trucks, most of these drivers run their stereos wide open. Go ahead and crank up your stereo or your computer speakers, television set, and we'll be right back.
Big guy, dude. I'll stay up high for you fast people when you catch me. Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle.
Appreciate you, Kyle. Yeah, big dog.
right, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Crank it up segment. Nothing's changed at the front here as we're watching this battle here between the 12 of Shane Buckler and the number 10 of Cawthon. As Cawthon's going to get around there in the bottom, take over 17th position. There's Jack Dixon making a pass here on Stony Benfield. That's for 11th position. All right, we're coming up here. Not too long before the next round of pit stops. Let's get you reset on where everybody's running. By the way, this has been caution free tonight if you joined us late. No issues. We had one spin earlier. Did not turn into a caution. It was a spin and go. Because you're looking at Jacob Alicia right now, that number 31 machine. He's your leader. Chris Collins is trying to catch him. Less than 3 seconds back now. 5-lap fresher tires. These tires are starting to come in. Putting that number 1 machine in the wind. Racing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Currently second and hunting. Right behind him, step for step, Dylan Bryant. Also racing out of North Carolina, Stem, North Carolina. In the 3rd position at 51. With a special paint scheme tonight on that truck. Get a closer look. Appreciate him supporting the series and the channel. Vigilante Racing League, and Vigilante Racing Network. It's a good looking truck. And again, thanks Dylan for supporting us. Always appreciated. You're all through the field. Craig Goodenough here is in the 4th position. The number 89 machine. He was up front, leading last at the very beginning of this thing. Might have went a little hard in the paint on that first stint with his tires. See if he's able to make it up. Mike Adamson right now running in 5th there in that Mavis tire machine. I love the color on that thing. Kind of like I don't know what you would call that. Maybe an ocean green. Something like that. Good looking machine though. Mavis tires and brakes. Tim Pope's up 14 positions on the night so far, folks. Running in 6th. Like I said, he didn't start the race with a penalty. He must have had some issue in qualifying. I was surprised to see him starting that far back in the field. He's got that 7 truck heading in the right direction. And you got John McAdam here, 47. He's up 5 spots running in 7th. Mike Everidge heading in the right direction, also 10 positions. And so Lori also gives out bonus points. I think 1, I forget how many she gives out, for the biggest gainers. And right now, let's see, our biggest gainer, as I look at the leaderboard, is the 7 machine of Tim Pope with 14 spots. Oh, first caution. I did not jinx that, Laura. I was not talking about it. She just typed into the chat as well saying Pope won last year's race here. He did indeed. And I tell you what, giving him a caution here to go in and get his service and get close to the leaders, it's not good for the competition. Go back and see what happens here. I just see the yellow here at lap 107. I don't see what that was for. Yeah, I have to kind of see if we can manually find it here, folks. See if anybody was going around. Here we go. So this is the 10 of Cawthon. And it looks like 74. Nope, 38. Gordon Spain. Let's see what's happening here. Coming off the backstretch, we'll stay at this view. Run kind of over the shoulder here with Andrew Cawthon. Went out of 4. Oh, just don't know what happens. We'll take a different look. I'm going to take a look at his nose cam.
Let's go. Let's get up there. Let's get up there, man.
Just misjudges it.
Don't let him tell me what to do.
Maybe he thought.
Be fast.
Can't really tell. It's hard to tell from this camera view. Yeah, I think he just misjudged it. I think he thought about going to the outside, then decided maybe he was going to. Man, we saw this actually at the end of the race. Who was that? I want to say it was Tyler Reddick with 2311 go on board inside of the cockpit here
I thought we were supposed to stay right in the pit lane.
of that 38 machine.
You are.
Full speed limit.
We saw Tyler Reddick do exactly this.
Stay
Let's
right.
watch the hit. Nearly flush.
He's only 43 mile an hour.
Back it up again.
I wrote it down. I'll look at it.
Well, I like the helmet here the 38's got going on. Really toward that right front. He's going to have to get some repairs done manually. All right, folks. 110 laps complete here. The leader right now is that man, Jacob Alicia. Got a bunch of trucks in front of him, probably taking the wave around. You see him going right there. So, for the wave around, you got the 22 of Aaron Warren, Kyle Vaught in the 16, Jesse Redding in the 21. All those guys took the wave around here. Lights are out on top of the pace car. We're getting back underway as we start lap 112 of 150 laps. Now, what do you think? Caution going to be cautions here? Are these guys going to be as patient on this restart as they were at the beginning of the race with 150 laps to go? I don't think so. We're looking at like 39, 38 laps from the time they take the green here. I think a lot of these guys are going to see it's go time. And we have everybody back through 29th or on the lead lap. Everybody has something to gain here. So we're coming out of 4. You're going to see that pace truck pull off. And in control of the restart to the 31 as he enters the restart zone. There it is.
Green, green, green.
And he takes off. Great launch from that bottom there. 31 does. Pretty clean back through the field. Everyone gets a great launch. Chris Goins is going to be in second. Dylan Bryant third there in those 2 white trucks. Followed by Craig Goodenough making a play on the outside to get around Everidge. But Dave Mayberry went off track. I don't see a caution yet. Dave Mayberry crashed. Still no caution. We'll go back and take a look once we get this settled in if we do. First, Jacob Alicia. Second, Chris Goins. Dylan Bryant there in third position. And you're riding on board with Craig Goodenough. All right, so whatever happened to Dave Mayberry did not turn into a caution. You see these guys really getting after it back here. Mid-pack. Oh, 2 gets a little loose right there. You saw that. What happened? Why that jumped that way?
All right, back up, George.
Thank you, Rory. I appreciate that. Next week, we'll see what happens.
He's down the backstretch right on board Michael Brooks. In 16th position right now. Looking to follow Andrew Cawthon here and take that position away from the 82, Mike Everidge. Carlton Osborne. Oh no! 74. Really got up there, and I think the 82 paid the price for that one. going to take a second look at that. We were riding on board when that happened. There it is. Contact. I don't know what happened. It looks like maybe the 74.
I would imagine you got a pit next to.
Oh, he got help. As you see, the 123 of Gallagher
Couple laps.
contacted his rear bumper as they're going into the turn. 74 did a great job not to just completely demolish Mike Evers there. I know Mike doesn't know what happened, but he'll know after the race that that was not on the 74. If we're going to go back live now, it's like 82 still going, but he lost a lot of positions. Still back here in the Hornet's Nest. We're riding on board with Jonathan Osborne right now at 14th, trying to get away from all these trucks behind him in hot pursuit. Andrew Coffin there. Oh, really close there. They're thinking about going 3 wide. 23 is really working that outside line. And he's getting some traction there on that outside, as if there was some traction grip up there. Got the momentum on the outside. Also, the 48 is going to follow him through. Now, I wonder if Andrew Coffin is on old tires. I got to take a look at that. Really taking advantage up here. Let's take a look. No, he should have been. He was on pit lane long enough to get tires. Don't know that he did for sure. Right now, they're gobbling him up here in the mid pack. He's running 18th. And these guys are taking their turn at him. Up front, Greg good enough. Leading this race again, just like he did at the beginning. With Trevor Robertson, now your biggest gainer, running in second. Plus 20 on the night. He's a battle for third, between the 31 and the 1. One knows this might be key to winning this race. This has been probably your fastest drivers tonight. Well, for the most part. He did have, like I mentioned, Craig Goodenough really fast early leading this race, as he is again now. But it looked like the win of this race was going to come down between these two drivers, as the 1 is able to get around. He's going to drag the 88 of Mike Adamson with him. Going to go down dirty up the nose of the 31 a bit. Wings back to the high side and then dives it into 1. As always fast, Dylan Bryant's there lurking in the outside line as well. 31 is bleeding positions right now at the moment. Alicia not liking this, I'm sure. Evans on his outside door. We're very stingy as drivers. We're going to take what we can get. And they saw an opportunity once they cracked that door open. 3 or 4, maybe even 5 trucks were able to get around the 31 here. Greg's out here to about a second lead over Trevor Robertson. Trevor's about to get challenged here, though. All these guys went down pit lane on 109. Looks like I just don't see anybody here in this front group all the way down to 16th that didn't take tires. I'm sure Gomes wants to make quick work of this 6 machine. Get as far away from these guys behind him as possible. This is not going to be easy. 123 laps. We're coming down to 25 to go. This is going to be a dogfight. Really great, clean, hard racing here tonight. 1 caution so far. I thought there might have been more with that restart, but they proved me wrong. 51's going to make a challenge here on the outside. Got something to say about the win of this race. Making a pass here on Chris Gomes. Just heard Aaron Warren saying he's hitting pit lane. 23 machine.
Yeah, I saw you get sideways there. So I was looking out here when you got that being burning you.
Thought we were going to have a battle here between the 1 and the 6, but the 1 fell back a bit. And now he's being challenged by the 88, Mike Adamson. And we have 25 laps to go here. Once the leader crosses the start-finish line coming up here. I'm out of 4.
Go ahead,
It'll be
Tom.
the 25 to go right here.
Copy, Dave. That's Jeremy.
Folks, I mentioned this is the first race of the VRL Cup, the chase for the Cup. All the drivers highlighted in red are in it. As you can see right here, your top 2 drivers tonight, though, are spoilers. They're trophy hunters. Craig Goodenough running first. Trevor Robertson up 20 spots, running in second. Looking to spoil the party here for the chase drivers.
I'll let you have to get me on. I know you got pressure.
The chase driver who's the furthest up is the number 1 machine. Bled off a few positions the last few laps. Looking now to maybe take one back here. Challenging the 51. 51 is your contender leader. So we have a second championship up for grabs here for the guys who are not in a chase or running for the the contender championship. And the current leader is the 51. He's also the furthest one forward of all those drivers eligible. Having a great run here tonight. So one does get around him and sets his sights on second position. Trevor Robertson is, look who we have sneaking in here. Lori talked about him earlier. Tim Pope, the always dangerous 3-time champion, putting that number 7 Haviland truck on the inside of the 88. Mike Adamson looking to take that spot away. Really tight racing. These guys are keeping it super respectful here tonight. We expect nothing less from the quality driver we have here in the Vigilante Racing League. Tough pass here, John McAdam. John's super fast. Down 7 spots from where he started right now. Excuse me, up 6 spots. I was looking at the wrong highlight there. And Pope not able to affect that pass there. We go back to work on him now. So we're going to go on board with Chris Gomes, who's trying to get up here with 20 laps to go, win this race. If he's going to have to make quick work of the 6 machine here. I said that earlier when he was challenging the 6 of Trevor Robertson. Didn't make it happen. Ended up losing a couple of spots. Put those spots back, and now here he is. But it's even more critical now to get up here and get past second place. But Gomes is your lead chase driver. Adamson is your number 2 chase driver right now. Alicia is the third. Pope is the third one. 4th is Alicia. 5th is Scott Roney, sitting there in P9. Check in on Scott Roney here. We haven't looked on him lately. Onboard camera for him. He gives us this overhead shot too up in the upper left-hand corner, as you can see there. That's down 4 spots, but having a good chase run right now. It's all about consistency here in the chase. Obviously, you want to beat all the other drivers. Kind of running middle. He is middle of all the chase drivers. He's in 5th. Going to gain some good points here. And maybe more if he can get past that 31. That's the chase driver right in front of him of Alicia. He's looking to go to work on him. Moving kind of over the shoulder here. Dustin Eaton looking to challenge him. Eaton is not in the chase. This is going to hurt Roney's chances of getting up here and passing that 31.
I'll let you have it
Really tight racing here. Albert Anderson looking into the party. He's running 12th at the moment, trying to get around the 92 machine. Got this changed up front, folks. Pretty good enough. Has nearly a 1 second advantage over Trevor Robertson, but it's not much. Really, this is the tight running here for second. Let's go back and take a look at Anderson again, though. Running Maddie's Pokemon machine. That's what we're going to call it, Maddie's Pokemon machine. In honor of his daughter who requested that paint scheme. Got a rolling roadblock here in front of him at the moment. He's having a tough time getting past Greg Klein. That 92. Going to be an inch at a time here with laps dwindling. Going to be pretty tough.
Thank you. Roni, I'm letting off a little early. Anybody that send it up the inside, it'll work.
Back up here and take a look what's going on here. Robinson running very defensive. Doing a good job holding off the number 1 at the moment. And that's allowing Dylan Bryant to bring back into the picture along with the 88 machine. This is all for second place. And while they're fighting back here, they got no chance right now of catching Craig Goodenough. Lined up in a row here. Riding up over Dylan Bryant. He's looking to maybe follow the 1 through if he can get the momentum. The longer he runs these tires, the harder that's going to be. Might get him this time. And he does. 51's looking to also take advantage. Dives into 3. Six holding him tight. Oh, he almost got into the wall there. Had to check up. 88's going to push the 51 through and probably get the spot himself as well. 12 laps to go. Can anybody challenge Craig Goodenough for the win here? Right now, the number 1 machine is closing it down, but is it going to be enough? Let's take a look. He's at 0.7 right now. 12 laps to go. We'll see how, once he gets to the start-finish line, how much does he cut off. We'll watch as he comes across. Leader, second place with a 0.79 advantage. Don't know he's going to get there, folks. We'll see. Guys are on even tires. Same lap. No real advantage here, but he is cutting it down. He's down to 0.62. We're at 7.9 to start this lap. Right there, 0.57 on this lap. He may get there. Take a look at this side by this battle for first, rather. Chris Goins, you can see there in the middle with no time in the number 2 slot. And you see that time on the right hand for Craig Goodenough. That's how far ahead he is of second place, down to 0.40. So it's coming down. But you're also looking at Dylan Bryant is right there with him. This might be just like Sunday night with a 3-way battle for the win. Wouldn't that be a treat for all of us? These guys are coming across the line side by side, and it's just a matter of inches for the win. Down to quarter second, folks. He's right there in front of him. You're riding over Chris Goins. Got some lap traffic might come into play here. 8 laps to go. 2 white trucks for first. The 89 into 1. This is for the win. There's Dylan Bryant back here. Falling back just a bit. Still could get in this fight, especially if these 2 leaders get side by side. One machine's going for it. A little draft off the 28's closing in. He is there. Less than a tenth. I'm going to try to play it smart here. 89 kind of goes a little wide. One's got to run. Not yet. Who's your horse, folks? Tell me in the chat. We're coming to 6 laps to go here. We got 3 of them in the running. Actually, 4. Mike Adamson's right there in the picture as well. Tim Pope not much further back. If these guys tangle up here, we can be seeing 3rd, 4th, or 5th place take the win. Here we go. One's going into on the bottom here of the 89 into turn 3. They make it stick. It's sticking, but they touch just a little bit. Got to be wary. He's got the 51 right behind him. Take that out of the way here. 50. Here we go. I mentioned it. Maybe 3 wide for the win. One's on the bottom here underneath the 89. Where would the 51 go? 88's up here looking to put his hat in the ring. One gets an advantage coming out of 3 and 4. Game of inches here. Is that going to be enough? 89 fights back on the outside with momentum. Coming to 4. 4 laps to go. And we have a 4-truck race for the win. Maybe 5. You see the 7 in the picture right there. Throw them under a blanket, folks. There it is. I hate to go away from this shot here. Let's take a look at the blimp. One machine's under him again. 89's doing a great job trying to hold him off here. Pinch off his momentum, keep him from making the pass. And they're fighting for 2nd, or 3rd rather, right behind them. The 7 machine looking maybe. Oh, they get so close. Here goes the 1 again. Oh, loses all of his momentum coming out of the turn. Look at this. 3 laps to go. Are they going to crash? 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide. 51's on the bottom, 1 in the middle. They touch on the outside. 51 might make the pass here. This looks like Sunday night, folks, all over again. We're going to stay with this shot. We're headed down to turn 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. All this comes down to the win tonight. These guys are racing their hearts out here. 7 going to make it 4 wide for the win. 88 throwing his hat in the win. 4 wide with the 89 still holding the lead there on the outside. 7 has snuck through all of these cars. I told you to watch out for the 7 machine. Lori told you to watch out for the 7 machine. And you get their last lap. And Tim Pope pulled off the impossible. Up 18 spots so far. 3 wide for 3rd. 88 and the 1 touch there. Here comes Tim Pope. He's got to run. Into 3 and 4. 89's going to have to hold it, but the 7 gets a run here. 7 machine and Tim Pope's going to go again. 2nd year in a row. Checkered flag to Tim Pope in the 7. Up 19 spots here for the victory tonight. Improbable. Incredible. That was an incredible finish, folks. All of those drivers, they did not wreck. They were 3 and 4 wide for the victory here. Didn't wreck each other. Showed incredible discipline and respect. And Tim Pope comes out on top here with 1st position. What a win. What a win for Tim Pope.
Good job, guys.
Wow. Everybody's giving him congratulations. 6 machine. We'll see if Tim gives us a little bit of burnout here. Don't go anywhere, folks. If you're out there listening, we're going to interview your top 3 finishers. Tim Pope, Chris Goins brings it home 2nd, and Dylan Bryant 3rd. Trevor Robertson there in the 4th position. Craig Goodernough, who did so well holding off those guys, brings it home in the 6th position there at the end. Everybody just kind of got it up underneath him there. See if we can get him up in the chat here. We're going to talk to your winner here tonight, Tim Pope.
I ruined my clean race after the line going across the grass.
I mean, I don't know. We've had a lot of races. I don't know that we've ever had a race that was 4 and nearly 5 wide in the closing 2 laps for the victory. But we did tonight. And that was a lot of fun to watch the call. And I hope you guys enjoyed it out there in the broadcast. See if Lori's moved anybody yet into the green room. see. I think she's moving them now. Yeah, Tim Pope's in there now. So let's talk to him real quick. Hey, Tim, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me. Tim Pope, Alan in the booth. You got me, buddy? I don't know that Tim can hear me. Tim, this is Alan in the booth. You got me, buddy. Make sure everything is aligned properly so I can hear him. Looks like it is. Yeah, don't know that I'm hearing him, folks. But give me a second to figure this out, and we'll talk to him. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in like 1 minute. All right, folks, we are back, and we have Tim Pope now. Hey, Tim, man, congratulations on the win tonight. But you got me in the booth now. Hey, man, what an incredible win for you tonight. Up 19 spots. You guys were 4 wide. A couple of the last few laps there, almost 5 wide at one point, and you just stuck right on past them and took home the checkered, man. This is the second time. Let's see, you won this race last year. So this is 2 for 2 at Nashville. First of all, I don't know, did you have a bad qualifying run or something? Because you kind of started deep in the field, but man, you put on a show after that. Yeah, I was kind of contemplating what happened there because you didn't have a penalty. I was like, man, he's kind of starting deep, but you made short work of that, and you were there when it counted at the end. But it was a lot of fun to call that ending of the race. How was it from the cockpit? Did you enjoy that? Because it looked like a lot of fun. Well, I tell you what, if you go back and watch that, I had some overhead. I couldn't go away from the chopper cam or the blimp cam because there was 4 or 5 and 6 trucks under a blanket there for the last 5 laps. And then you guys went 4 and 5 wide nearly on the last 2 laps. I was just waiting for a wreck to happen, but everybody kept it clean. So incredible respect, I thought, and an incredible display of talent there tonight. But hey, man, we're moving out of here and we're headed. Let's see, where are we headed next week? I think it's Michigan, man. How you feel about Michigan? I think you've always been super fast there. Yeah, no doubt, man. And now, so this is great for your chances for winning another championship as we're in this chase now. And you're going to come out of this. After me take a quick look, I think you are going to be the chase leader as we're exiting this track. In fact, you are the chase leader. Now, what do you think your chances are the next 4 races as, you know, how they line up? We do have, like I mentioned, Michigan. Then we got Pocono. We're going to Naval Base Coronado. Nobody has seen that track yet. And then finally, the championship race at Charlotte. Okay, I want to make a correction. I did misspeak. So you did vault from your position where you were at up to second now. So Chris Goins is still in first with 2,135 points. You're with 2,120. Both of you guys got 2 wins. I expect this to be even tighter coming out of Michigan, man. Congratulations on the win here tonight. It was really exciting to call it, and hopefully you guys had a great time out there watching it, folks. Do you have any shout-outs for teams, fans, or family before I let you go? Great, man. Well, hey, good to see you on top step of the podium. We'll see you next week in Michigan. All right, folks, that was your number one finisher here tonight. The 7 machine of Tim Pope, giving us an exciting finish, always dangerous. Championship driver coming out here second in the points as he's leaving. And so I'm going to get you set up for the second place position of Chris Gomes to talk to him. Pull him up right now, if we can. And there he is. Hey, Mr. Gomes, this is Alan in the booth. You got me, buddy. Hey, man. What a finish. I didn't know who was going to win it. You guys, if you didn't know, you were 4 and nearly 5 wide on a couple of occasions on those last 2 laps. Had no idea. And you got the old wily veteran Tim Pope coming up, Mr. 3-time champion, and just takes away all you guys' cookie bag. How was it from the cockpit, man? No, yeah, you're still top of the points at 21:35, and he's in second with 21:20. So you definitely came out of here. Tim gained on you. He's going to Michigan. He told me he loves that track. How do you feel about Michigan as you hit that track as well?
Yeah, in the chase here, I'm anxious to get through Michigan and then get to Pocono and San Diego, Charlotte. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the whole thing.
So Lori just came in and told me there was a misalignment in the broadcast on the audio. I think they can hear you now. But, yeah, they caught the end of that. So Michigan's looking good for you. Coming out of here as a championship leader. Great run. Awesome race tonight. Who do you have for shout-outs for teams, fans, and family before I let you go?
Yeah, just want to shout out my teammates over here. John McAdam, who had a great race. Jesse Redding, who was on a little bit of a strategy call. It didn't work out for him this time, but that's all right. We just enjoy racing and practicing with those guys. Obviously everybody in the league, the drivers that, especially the ones that I was around tonight. I mean, I've raced around everybody, but especially tonight. I mean, this was chaos. It was exciting and it was nerve wracking, but these guys did a heck of a job. I appreciate being able to race those guys like that. I know Lori was probably gripping that pin pretty tight tonight, just waiting for it. Cause we only had one caution, but we were trying for more, so we held them together. So, but everything she does, and then obviously I can't wait to go back and watch this one on the broadcast. I don't know what I'm going to see. I know I'm going to see 4 wide and probably 5 at some point, but just appreciate everything that you do to put the time in to do that for us. And just everybody watching. I know we got the Anderson clan out there usually, so hey to those folks and everybody else that's out there, and hopefully they keep them coming back, and hopefully this will draw. If somebody new sees this one, hopefully it'll draw them in for next week.
Yeah, no, for sure. We got 4 more races in the chase. And if this is any indication, it's going to be a great ride for us as far as spectators and calling the race. But congratulations again, man. Great second place. Awesome battle. I look forward to seeing you in Michigan.
Sounds good, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right. Good night. All right. That was your second place finisher, Mr. Chris Gomes. And we're going to move on down to Mr. Dylan Bryant here in the 3rd position in that 51 machine. Hey, Mr. Bryant, sound in the booth, but you got me.
Alan, what's going
Hey, man. What a finish. It was incredible to watch. 4 wide, almost 5 wide. We might have even hit 5 wide. I mean, I couldn't even keep up. You were 4. See, people were 4 wide there for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 laps, and certainly in the last 2. It was incredible. You guys were respectful. You hung on to those trucks, and you didn't give an inch. How was it from inside the cockpit?
Dude, man, it was crazy. I didn't win, but dude, I'm beyond excited and pumped up. Going against some of the heavy weights of the league and stuff, and it was clean. And I was close, but at 4 wide, almost 5 wide, I was like, Alan's getting him a show tonight, and the fans. So.
No, absolutely, man. And you are the current contender championship leader. You came in that way and you're leaving that way. Your current points total is 1,134. And Greg Klein is your closest competition there, 1,098. So you have a nice cushion, looking really good to bring home that trophy, man. How do you feel about your chances going forward? And how do you feel about Michigan next week?
Oh yeah, I would like to hope I can win the championship, but going up against Greg Klein and them, I know Michael Brooks has been fast and stuff too. So Osborne, he can sneak up on you quick too. So hopefully, if I can just knock off these top 5s and keep it clean, I hope to be the first one to have all 3 championships. So that would be pretty cool. And Michigan, I'm damn good there, and I definitely look forward to it. I'm sure I'm gonna be towards the front, and hopefully I can snag up another win for the season.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's looking great for you. But before I let you go, man, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, just a huge shout out to Good Enough and Robertson and Gones and Pope. Man, we was battling it out like some gladiators and stuff, and it was clean. So shout out to them. Also to Team All Star with Jack and Albert, and then our sponsors for the season, Trackside Graphics. Shout out to them, and also to you, Alan. Everything that you do on and off the track in the broadcast booth, and of course, most important of all, Lori, for all this other shit to deal with, all the shenanigans and the race reports and everything else. So anytime that we can have almost a culture-free race and stuff, it makes her job easy, and she can relax until the next race.
Not for sure, man. I look forward to seeing you on track next week at Michigan and you battling for that trophy here at the end of the season. Maybe become the first one, like you said, to win all 3 championships. That'd be a pretty big feather in your cap there, man. Great racing. Thanks for the entertainment tonight, man. You guys put on a show, and I look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan.
All right. Likewise, I look forward to going back and watching the broadcast, Alan.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, folks. That was 3rd place, Mr. Dylan Bryant. Part of that incredible battle we had going on there at the end of this race. If you like sim racing, you like NASCAR, you can't ask for a lot more than what you saw right there. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up your race results here before we close out the night. Tim Pope, top step. Chris Goins 2nd, Dylan Bryant 3rd, Trevor Robertson in 4th place. Let's see, I think you're still your biggest leaders. I look down the board here. So Tim Pope also, I think, your biggest gainer here. Jacob Alicia 5th, Greg Good Enough 6th, Mike Adamson 7th, John McAdam 8th, Andy Player 9th, Jack Dixon 10th, Albert Anderson, America's Driver in 11th, Dustin Eaton in 12th, 13th, Scott Roney, Greg Klein 14th, 15th, Michael Brooks Stoney Benfield 16th, Russ Kilgore 17th, Andrew Cawthon 18th, 19th is Greg Dobson, 20th, Jonathan Osborne, 21st, John Shanebachler, 22nd, Dave Mayberry, Scott Milner 23rd, George Rincon 24th, Mike Evers 25th, 26th John Gallagher, 27th Aaron Warren, 28th Jesse Redding, 29th Kyle Vaught, Deion Jones 30th, Sean McDonald 31st, Gordon Spain 32nd, 33rd Kevin Hunt, 34th Dustin Wade. And that is your results here from Nashville Superspeedway here tonight, folks. And what a race. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I also want to mention one last time that tonight's race is brought to you proudly by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for pro tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via his email listed there at the bottom of your screen. He will definitely get you set up for your next race looking very dapper. And we thank him for coming on board and sponsoring both of the series here in the Vigilante Racing League this season. And with that, folks, we are headed out to Michigan, as we talked about with the drivers. If you don't want to miss any of that action, tune in next Wednesday, the 10th of June by 8:45 Eastern, and we'll get you started off right and set up everything, all the drama, who's racing for what, as we enter the Michigan International Speedway. I look forward to seeing you then. But until then, race fans, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante, and we will see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.